Christians and a lot of people in general get very confused with, and that is the Romans 5 chapter. And then what you don't realize is that actually the Bible did not have chapters back in the day. They actually continued on. It was no chapters. They had a long written letter. It was not till way later they added chapters to split it up for easier reading. But here there was a grave mistake made, which we'll see in a minute why. And I'm going to read, and I'm going to start in Romans 5 verse 20. And it says, "Moreover, the law entered, that the offense might abound. But where sin abounded, grace did much more abound. That as sin has reigned unto death, even so might grace reign through righteousness unto eternal life by Yahushua, Hamashiach, our Adonai." So here's where a lot of people will say that we don't need to continue the law because the law is bad. The law brings an offense. And this is where you have to understand that we know these things. We know that there's an offense because the law is there. The Torah is there because we know we shouldn't be sinning. We know we're not supposed to be eating pork. And we know that it is sin when we do it, when we do those things against the Torah. But it says where the sin was, there's also grace for the sin. And that grace came in the form of Yahushua HaMashiach. And what happens here in Romans 6 now, verse 1, it says, "What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Never. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein?" So what he says, we should not continue in sin that grace. It's not all about grace. It's not grace, 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 grace. It is actually do not sin. You have the grace of Yahushua, but we should not be sinning. We should be living according to the Torah. That is what he says here. That is something we cannot get wrong. That's something we cannot add and take away to the Torah. We have to read the entire Bible fully to understand it. We cannot take one or two verses and twist it to how we want it.